Welcome back to the AC Boise Fan Podcast, Take 2.
Part 1, part 2 of part 1.
Yeah, we unfortunately talked for 45 minutes before realizing we never pressed record. So we are
happens the best.
We are a well-oiled machine today, and we have already talked for 45 minutes about what we're about to talk to. So we're
rusty. We're shaking it off.
We haven't recorded for over a month. We got some new technology in the recording room, so we're learning.
Yeah.
And we're here, and we're excited to talk about everything for a second time.
Absolutely.
And even more depth and precision as we did the first time.
Perfect. So, we're doing it.
I think one housekeeping thing we wanted to touch on before we dive into today's topic, which is player signings. That's the big thing that's happened since we have been away for the last month. Is we have talked about a rebrand and a giveaway to go with that. We haven't forgotten about it. We haven't been procrastinating. It's just in the final touches of getting design done on logos and whatnot. So hopefully in the next month we should have things lined up and ready to go. So please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, AC Boise Fan Podcast, for updates, terms, for the giveaway, what we're giving away to the winner, and all that. So
keep an eye out for the rebrand.
Yeah, we're really excited. I think it's going to be a less team name fan podcast name. We'll be going a little bit, still paying our roots to Boise and the team and things that are like that, but also not too on the nose where we can only talk about AC Boise. Yep. So excited about that.
And also,
for our video audience, you'll see my dog is in today's episode. She decided to join us. This is Yeti. She's an old lady and just likes to lounge as we talk. So
she got her Kraken bandana.
Yeah, she's a diehard fan. She's been wearing it every day for the last, 3 years. If you take it off, she'll freak out. So we just don't take it off.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Here. If you take it off, she'll start licking it. Want it back on.
So you'll need an AC Boise one eventually.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk to I think we got it at Art in the Park one year. So we'll talk to my dealer. Dogs aside, we're not going to be distracted by her. She's beautiful. She's kind. She loves to lick you. But we're here to talk about the first 5 signings from AC Boise. We have 10 as of today. We're going to split that up into 2 parts so we don't talk to you for 2 hours.
As of January 18th.
We also have new coaches that we're not going to talk about today. We have a schedule that was been released. Not going to talk about that today.
Yep. A lot of episodes that'll fill up the space between the game one
between now and March 4th, I believe.
Yeah.
We are coming back from break, and a lot has happened, and we're catching up.
We're a little rusty.
I appreciate that we need to play catch up and not need to be playing mustard. No, sorry. Need to be ketchup mustard. That we're not having to
you are a dad.
Pull topics out of our back end and talk about them for 45 minutes.
Yeah, there's cooperative bargaining agreement.
Yeah,
there's lots of stuff. Yeah.
A lot of good things. So today's episode is part 1 of part X.
Yeah.
At least 2, probably 3 or 4 of players that have been signed to AC Boise for the upcoming season. So let's dive right in.
Start off with the most exciting one.
Most exciting one, credit AC Boise Fan Podcast for teasing this.
Back in episode 1.
Back in episode 1 of our dream signings of Boise natives. It happens to be Eagles' own Blake Bodley, left wing back. He is 28 years old as of today. And as you'll come to find out in today's episode, there is a lot of deep-rooted connections in the past with Nate Miller that has gone into these signings. Mm-hmm. It's players he's comfortable with. It's players he has knowledge of, either played under or played against. And Blake checks those boxes.
Yeah, he checks. I mean, like just building off of that again, knowing Nate's system, knowing Nate's expectations. None of these guys are super young. Like, these are all guys with some experience, at least mid-20s, the youngest being mid-20s. None too old either. I think the oldest is 31, but still. It's guys he knows. It's guys that he knows what they're bringing system-wise. So, yeah, it seems like it's building a really good foundation for this first season.
Required to have at least 1 gray hair.
Probably. I mean, I don't know, 27 maybe.
I had my 1 stress gray come in the other week. So But Blake slotted in as a left wing back, which is kind of the engine in
it's the engine room for
a 3-5-2 formation, which is what we're assuming based on historical trends that Nate will be playing. We'll see match day one and bite our words if we're completely off. But
yeah,
for our audience that maybe doesn't know what a left wing back is or wants to learn about it, obviously they play on the left side in the 3-5-2. So the back three being three center backs who are kind of your main defenders. Your middle five consists of a left wing back, a right wing back, and three midfielders.
And pick your poison for what style of midfielder they are.
Offensive, defensive, probably just depends on matchup. Leeds plays a 3-5-2 right now, and really it depends if it's a equal skill team, bottom of the table. We probably will put two offensive midfielders
Tanaka
in.
and Aronson type thing.
Tanaka, Aronson, Ampadu as the defensive midfielder. If we're playing an upper team, we'll play Gruev, Ampadu as more defensive-minded.
And the crazy German.
Yeah, crazy German, Anton Stock.
Yeah.
So left wing back's responsibility is everything. It's offensive, it's defensive, it's getting the ball through the midfield, it's being that outlet pass for your center backs, it's being that outlet pass for another midfielder to progress the ball forward. You need to have immense physical fitness and immense motor to
the legs feed the wolf.
Yes.
Like you were running up and down all game. You're thinking of Anthony Robinson, the American fullback, is the one that I think. But the skill set is like he seems like he's lightning fast. He has a great cross. I think just skill set wise, he plays in the back four. But what he brings is exactly what you expected, I feel like, out of a wingback. Jeremy Frimpong is probably the best, I'm a Premier League fan. He's probably the player I think of when I just think of wingback. Defensively contributes, but overall he's in it. There's a reason it's a 3-5-2. It's because, he's got to do a little bit of everything. But primarily focus on that attacking bit, for sure.
You're thinking Junior Firpo, the Leeds great, who also plays striker for the Dominican Republic,
that checks out.
Plays left back, left wing back for Leeds when he was with the team. So far more offensive minded, is kind of feeding those crosses into the box and also creating his own chances. If space permits for it.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to his past. At University of Washington, he was a winger, Pac-12 Player of the Year back in the mid-teens. I think at Portland, when I first saw him come through, I remember watching, I think it was around COVID times, and he might have been playing in one of those COVID tournaments, and he was a winger. But that is a pretty easy transition from winger to wing back.
Yeah.
And so I think... Again, it's a lot of crosses. That's what you want from your wingbacks, is being able to whip crosses in and make sure that your strikers and your midfielders have a lot of service. And just it seems like from his statistics, playing for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, playing for San Diego Loyal, which I think you can speak more to that, because that's where Nate comes from. So I think Nate knows what he's getting.
Yeah,
from Blake.
Nate knows the player. He saw him probably in the championship this last year, kind of kept tabs on him. He's seen him in person as when he was on loan and played for him in San Diego, coming from the Portland Timbers. And I think looking at FotMob, which is a player statistics site for our video audience, we'll be putting up his stats through the years and kind of seeing him on the screen. Not just from Kyle's phone, but we'll actually post.
Sorry, I don't think I could zoom in far enough.
We'll put it deep in front of the camera for you to see. I guess for maybe audience who hasn't seen a player rating or is maybe concerned why a 6 is orange and maybe seen as a negative. I guess for a 6, as Kyle said in our discarded recording, is like the color beige. You didn't do anything good. You didn't do anything bad. You ran around for your allotted time.
You did not take anything away from your team, and you didn't contribute either.
Yeah.
It is you. That is. Is it the ACT or the SAT? Where it's just like the SAT, it's like if you get a question wrong, it adds to your score. But if you get a question right, it adds. But if you get one wrong, it detracts.
I have no idea.
And so it's the joke. It's just like if you just write your name, you're fine, perfect.
That sounds like the ACT because the SAT, I don't know.
Yeah, but essentially that's a 6. A 6 is that is like
a C minus.
Your starting point. Yeah, it's a C. You passed.
C, yeah.
You passed. And then anything kind of going up a 6.5 is like, okay. You
did
did
more
a little
good
bit.
than bad.
Once you get up into like a 7, like 7 is you had a good game. 8 is you had a great game. 9, which you don't see hardly ever, is you were the best player on the pitch. You were excellent. You were, no one's going to have a 9 season rating.
Yeah.
So
you had 4 goals, 2 assists, and did not cause any defensive mishaps.
Yeah, like
you might get a 9.
The player of the year is probably sitting at like an 8 to 8.5 player, like for the season. So
and then if you're poor defensively, you drift into the 5s, miss. Yeah, your goalie misses a clear save.
The moment you drop into the 5, you had a bad game.
Yeah,
so when you see FOTMOB or other like player rating systems, that's
5 is bad. If you see anything lower than 4. It's questionable why they were left on the pitch.
Hooked, you were hooked at halftime or earlier.
Yeah.
Like you are gone. You got a red card in the 10th minute.
Yeah. You went studs up a little too early. So just wanted to lay that foundation as we will be putting up some statistics on for our video audience for Blake and all the future signings. I think overall the signing speaks to the team's desire to be competitive this year. Blake is obviously taking a step down in leagues.
Yeah, technically, it's the USL championship is the step above.
Is the upper league here in the USL and coming to League One, hometown team. Yep. So it's a big name in that division.
Yeah,
from upper league.
Big contract apparently, 3 years. Like we are committed to Blake, and Blake is committed to his hometown team.
Yeah, which 3 years would get us into the Pro Rel season. And have him be on the team. So I think it's, again, a home run in signing the biggest male soccer player to come out of Idaho to the team for the inaugural season, making him the first signing. And the player that Blake is coming, the player we're getting with Blake is a engine, a exciting, aggressive, relentless.
It's a win across in every
fits
facet.
The scheme, fits the wanting to be community oriented, and that Brad Stith and the team has done this entire time with the with the build up to player announcements, on top of having that connection to Nate Miller, which in a interview with the Morning Kick Round, Nate did mention that a lot of his player signings for what has been announced so far, he did have previous experience and kind of knowing the player he's going to get in the top of his mind. Just with this league, you don't, at least currently, Nate didn't want to take shots on an unknown player to him. I think with the first group, let's just call first 10 players, you kind of want to know what you're getting. You kind of want to be have an idea either with prior work history or prior competition, and knowing, okay, Blake Bodley, home run, let's sign him. Unknown player from Uzbekistan, let's just say, probably not the greatest first start to throw at the board.
Yeah.
Now, for a young player to grow behind maybe the starting 11, sure, but let's start with a bang. Start with the most practical player, that is Blake Bodley, playing hopefully left wing back and causing chaos in League One.
Yeah, we're expecting a lot of assists, hopefully.
Yeah, a lot of assists, maybe some goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, wingbacks get forward.
Yeah.
They get forward, and you never know, the back post. You know,
just header. Off the goalie.
Yeah,
in,
exactly. I mean, he has a history of scoring when he was a winger at University of Washington. So it's a win. Like I said previously, it's a win in every sense of this signing. So
and I think it was one that we kind of had a beat on early on. Some of our sources and friends who we've built over the last 6 months have kind of kept us in the loop with what they've been hearing around the league, and he happened to be one of them. We had a pretty good beat on. I'd say about 6 of the first 10 signings we knew of pretty like within the last month, and kind of had some time to prepare some content and talk to them about. 4 of the players, we're learning.
We are learning with everyone else now.
We are being a sponge and soaking up as much information to regurgitate and to educate you all about the player that we're getting.
And it seems like with some of these signings, Blake Bodley may have done some recruiting.
Yeah, maybe.
Some Florida boys.
Yeah. At least one ex-teammate and one fellow Florida boy.
Outside of just the old San Diego Loyal.
Yeah, it's just let's bring back the 2021 San Diego Loyal roster. San Diego Loyal roster.
If that includes Landon Donovan, like I would.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's
if you guys could hook us up with an interview, I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, wasn't he just with Portland Hearts modeling their new Waldo kit?
Yeah, but I do like it when he has a podcast, Unfiltered, with Tim Howard, and he wears a kit he wears a different kit like every episode, so that's cool. But I mean, Portland Hearts of Pine, they're in a moment. They're having a moment. There's getting all the attention. Copa 90. Classic football kits in the UK is shouting them out. Yeah, they're just...
It's a beautiful kit. Let's not beat around it.
Oh, it's cool.
But I will say, with Landon's new haircut, hairpiece, whatever you want to call it, he didn't go to Turkey.
It's just a straight up toupee.
Yeah, it's toupee. It's glued on. He looked great in that AC Boise kit.
Is that a derogatory term, toupee? It does sound a little like...
I call it a hairpiece.
Okay. Yeah. Someone let us know.
Let us know in the comments. Is it a toupee? Is it a hairpiece? What are your thoughts? It looks nice.
I mean, I'm not going to tell my brother-in-law to get one. But.
No, but from what his hair used to look like, it is a major step up.
Yes.
From what he was trying to nurse in the box.
That's fair.
Enough about hair. Enough about Blake. Let's move forward. On to the next. Next is our first international player.
Yeah. Most interesting resume.
Is he Dos Equis guy? Most interesting man in the world.
Does he kind of look like him? A little bit, yeah.
His name is Charlie Adams, defensive midfielder, coming to us from the Colorado Switchbacks.
Yeah, most recently the Colorado Switchbacks, originally from North London, Hendon, England. A
31-year-old man, not a boy. You are older than him, but I am not, so he is a man to me.
He looks older than me. I got it. He looks.
Yeah, they kind of did him dirty with the picture on Instagram. He's got some grays, but we need that experience and knowledge and guidance, not only to create the product on the pitch, but also to train and to be that, I guess, veteran leadership in the clubhouse for an 18-year-old who signed.
Especially I believe he was Nate Miller's captain at San Diego Loyal, and it makes sense. Yeah. This guy's been around the block when it comes to experience and teams that he's played for.
He's been everywhere. Kyle will go into that in just a second, but as Kyle said, he does have that San Diego connection, which again, Nate knows what he's getting with this guy. He is a short for a defensive midfielder, 5'6", but he is defensively sound. He is that engine and that, I guess, like bumper car kind of outlet pass, kind of just the distributor in that midfield to get the ball up, but also not be a liability defensively. He will set the lines. He will push the ball to those who can get through the lines, but he'll kind of stay at home.
It seems like he's your classic pivot number. They call it so defensive midfielder. We might do a video on this later. Yeah. There's random terminology. He's a number 6. A number 6 is the defensive midfielders. There's styles where it's you have the ball-winning number 6 who it's Tyler Adams. Mm-hmm. Again, trying to find a U.S. or just Premier League connection that people can think of.
A bulldog.
He's going to put in tackles, and then you have guys who are more of a deep-lying playmaker where you're thinking he's pinging passes like Rodri. For Man City, Rodri is the ultimate number 6, but I mean he can do a little bit of everything. But it seems like Charlie, his game is he's really good with long passes, so he's probably going to be hitting balls over the top to the wingbacks. Mm-hmm. And it seems like being a little bit maybe smaller guy on the pitch, he's probably really good defensively positioning. He's maybe not as many aerial duels, but that's why you have 3 central defenders behind him. So he's going to be, but he might be a good defensive screen. He's going to have some interceptions. He's going to protect some of those guys based on his positioning. And again, he's going to be, I could picture him being he's going to be the commander on the pitch. He's going to be the coach on the pitch, telling other guys what to do. And
Seamus Coleman.
Player
coach.
Exactly.
But Kyle, let's go through his maybe academy career up until here. So I think it's the most decorated out of the bunch that we'll be talking about today.
It's great. So he started off at Brentford. Brentford back in 2012. So Brentford in 2012 is not the Brentford of today.
Yeah.
It's a historic club. It's not a big club. Charlie, please don't be offended. They're not one of the big clubs in England, but they're historic. They used to play at a place, and I'm sure he did. He played at a place called Griffin Park. 4 pubs, one at each corner of the stadium. So Griffin Park is kind of a cool. That's how I knew Brentford. That's all I knew him for. Is the really old stadium, really old, like
Bumblebees.
Yeah,
and 4 pubs.
Yes, 4 pubs, one at each corner, and also. It seems like a really cool, and they were back in League One, so they were on the 3rd division of England at the time. He also spent time on loan at Barnet, and again, recording the second time around has given me time to fact check real quick. And while he was at Barnet, I believe I'm correct here. His player manager was a guy named Edgar Davids. Edgar Davids, and they're in the 5th tier of England. They are literally a semi-professional, or at least they're not in the League 2 in England is the kind of sort of the professional. Yeah. They're in the League Cup and different things. But Edgar Davids he was older, probably in his 40s, but he was the player manager at Barnet, which is in the Conference League, so the 5th tier. This guy made 75 appearances for the Dutch national team, and he's playing.
Yeah. Player coaching.
And I believe Charlie was there at the same time Edgar was. So that could be a really cool topic to talk to him about. So yeah, he spent time at Barnet. He spent time at Stevenage. And Stevenage, I know them from FIFA Career Mode because they had a big Burger King front of shirt sponsor. That's amazing. Like imagine if
we love a Whopper.
So yeah, he spent time at Stevenage. He spent time. That's when he first came to the U.S. Played in USL was after time in Stevenage. So he played for Louisville City. From Louisville City, I gotta make sure.
Right?
What was that?
He went back overseas.
Yeah. So yeah, he went to Louisville City. Went back to Stevenage. So he went Louisville, Stevenage, because I think it seemed like their seasons end in May. That's when we start. So he probably went. Hey, my season ended. I'll come play here for the summer. Then he went back to England, to Stevenage for that one season. He came over to MLS Next Pro, playing for the Real Monarchs, Orange County SC. Oh, here we go. I should have
brushed up on this one a little bit better.
Pinzgau Salfeden.
Yeah.
3rd tier Austrian team.
Yeah.
That was essentially, they're like a fan owned. Like you could, I think you would go to their website and buy a share.
Like
in
a
this
hashtag
team.
United.
Yeah. Very much the same thing. So they're in the Austrian 3rd tier. So that might have been just side quest. Yeah. Charlie was doing just fun.
That was like Liam Cooper going to a Slovenian team for half a season and then having his contract terminated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was just doing fun stuff.
Got a stamp on the passport.
Yeah.
Said you could live in Austria in the 3rd tier.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Austria seems beautiful.
Probably got paid in stocks in the company, not a real payroll.
Yeah, maybe he's still a shareholder.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Don't sue us if you aren't.
From Austria, this is where the Nate Miller connection comes in. He went to San Diego Loyal, and he was there for 4 seasons, from 2020 to 2023. Then he spent time at the Las Vegas Lights, and then last season he was at the Colorado Switchbacks. So yeah, USL Championship all the way through, and now he's again
coming
taking
down.
That technical step down. But again, he's got the connection to Nate Miller. He just seems like he's probably the most experienced guy on the team when it comes to just like that's a lot of games. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of cool places.
A lot of football.
It's a lot of football.
Maybe for our newer soccer audience, think Roy Keane from Ted Lasso.
I would hopefully Roy Kent from Ted Lasso, who is based on Roy Keane.
Both for our advanced listeners, Roy Keane. For our new Ted Lasso listeners, Roy Kent. Both angry, both really good at football.
Yes.
And both British.
Yes. Ooh, party foul. Roy Keane's Irish.
Same thing. United Kingdom. I'm kidding. Not the same. Different countries under the greater umbrella of the United Kingdom.
If an Irish person ever listens to this, we're going to get a hate mail.
It was a joke. This is satirical. We're about to purchase Greenland, but we're not going to go there today.
Call Space Force FC.
Yeah, call anyone but Elias and Kyle to talk about purchasing Greenland. We will keep our fingers out of that and talk about the other green land, which is the soccer pitch, and the players who will be playing here come March. Charlie, welcome to the team. Excited to have you.
Jonathan Ricketts, get us out of this topic, please.
Jonathan Ricketts, as Kyle just said, is the 3rd ever signing for AC Boise. He is a right back, center back. We're slotting him in at a right center back position. Just looking at a 3-5-2. He comes to us also from championship side Miami FC. He is a 28-year-old guy. Kyle, what's his Fat Mob look like? How tall is he? What's he's looking?
Yeah, he's coming out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. He spent time at Chattanooga Red Wolves, which is old USL League One side. Then he spent time at Rio Grande Valley FC, which again USL Championship. Sacramento Republic, very successful championship side. And then from Sacramento, he went down to Miami FC. So this dude's just been back and forth across the country, playing for different teams. He goes Sacramento, Miami, and then back to Boise.
He's warm-blooded probably by this time, so a little concerned that he's coming to cold Boise, Idaho in February. It's probably not going to be as nice as the Miami Beach or what Sacramento may have to offer, but from what we've heard from some of our friends across the league, is this guy's really good at soccer.
Yes.
He's reliable. He is consistent. He is just what you want your center back or defender to be. That, in my opinion, if your center back goes unnoticed, he's doing a great job.
Absolutely.
When you see a center back make a mistake, that's when you start going, who is that guy? And why did you let this guy?
Defenders are kind of like goalies.
Yeah.
Where it's like you said, you don't notice them. They're having a good game when they go unnoticed.
Yes.
He seems like he's gonna put in a good performance every game, just consistent. And we say he's probably gonna slot in as a center back because we're making the assumption of the 3-5-2. Tallish for a wing back, 6'1".
Yeah.
It's not super tall. We're both short.
Yeah. Charlie Adams, I stand with you as a sub 5'8" fella.
Yeah, exactly. So no, he seems like a guy who, again, Fat Mob. Anything that's green is good.
Green is good, and he's got a lot of it.
Essentially, his entire defending category is green. Everything in defending is green, so I think he's going to be a guy a little bit taller, but he obviously playing at right back, he's got some athleticism that he'll be able to cover some ground, playing as like a wide center back and a back three.
Yeah.
So that's where I'd anticipate he slots in for sure.
Again, I just talk about Leeds because that's the team I follow. They recently did that where they had Joe Roden play almost like an inverted right wing back, where he was the right center back, but he was playing almost a Jaden Bogle type role.
So he was all the way he was like a traditional right back.
Yes,
and he's in. I saw James Justin doing that for you guys too. Okay,
that's a good signing.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Ricketts, that green is also all compared to championship level USL championship defenders.
Yes.
He is taking a step down, which competition in USL 1 is not of that in the USL championship.
Again, it would be interesting to really compare, be like, okay, who does well in the Open Cup? Is it really who knows? Maybe across the board, the difference, this isn't a Premier League to championship jump. That gap's beyond massive. So maybe it's probably a lot more balanced, but at the same time, it's still a step down. It's probably, who knows, pay. We have zero.
There's no salary cap. There's no PSR.
We're the MLB. We're taking the MLB approach.
Yeah, some may say that AC Boise is the Los Angeles Dodgers of the USL 1. We have heard from sources from other teams saying that AC Boise is shelling out above average for a lot of these players, which a lot of these players are above average players. They're not unknown, uncovered diamonds. They are players with proven track history, proven records of being very successful, both in English or both with one English soccer experience, but a lot in the U.S. system. So Jonathan Ricketts checks that box. Jonathan Ricketts is also the first player that doesn't have a direct connection to Nate Miller.
No connection to Nate Miller, so maybe this is something where this is just pure scouting done by, again, talking to Brad Stith previously, he had mentioned that Boise is going to be a heavily driven, data-focused team. Kind of like Brentford. Brentford is like a data-focused team, so Moneyball. Maybe this is kind of a Moneyball approach, so maybe this is just scouting. Maybe this is Nate Miller talking to coaches that he knows and saying, hey, who's a guy who's out of contract, or who's a guy who, with these good intangibles, are just good? Who's just a good player? And, obviously you want a team to be focused on intangibles. Obviously you need good players, but there are things off the pitch that you really, really want. So maybe this guy just checked every box. Doesn't matter if he didn't have a history with him.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a guy he's tried to sign before.
Yeah.
And it could have been the perfect storm. But no, he seems like obviously an extremely good addition to the squad. And again, just because these are the first 10 signings automatically in our starting lineup.
Yeah.
But again, that's just on
That's
paper.
to come in February
Absolutely.
for training camp to see who fights for a job.
Yeah.
But both Nate Miller and we don't want to forget Jeremy Fishbein also
absolutely
has probably a large part in getting these players here in contracts, negotiations, everything like that. I would assume all of these ex-championship players had interest from championship level teams to stay in that division, and AC Boise and the ownership was able to persuade them to come here. So condolences
to Miami FC for missing your best player.
Congratulations, and it shows again to the desire to build a successful team in the first year, hopefully. I think going off what you said about wanting to kind of be statistical driven, I think that's great. But I also think Nate made it clear in that interview with the Morning Kick Around that he's also wanting players not just to be FOT mob warriors, but also pass the eye test. Because I think in a lot of new age sports, these advanced analytics, XG, or all these statistical anomalies that artificial intelligence and stat trackers now keep track of, a player can be perfect, but if they've played in a back four their whole career or a back two their whole career, like they're not that skill might not transition to this new thing.
I think you can add comparisons that probably help inform your decision making. But it's nice to have data backing up the eye test.
Data with eye test. And I think that's something, if you all haven't heard, we would definitely recommend you checking out that interview from the Morning Kick Around.
Yeah, shout out Morning Kick Around. Those guys, they're doing really cool stuff. Yeah, if you're just focused, mostly USL. They seem like just an American soccer landscape kind of podcast, but they do a lot of good stuff with just USL teams. And I've become a morning listener every morning.
Kick Around listener. Yeah. Maybe one day we can have morning live shows, but not today. But go check out the interview they had with Nate Miller.
Not with kids.
Yeah, probably
the age that we have.
Yeah, and future kids to come. So check it out. It offers a great insight to Nate's philosophy, what got him to come to Boise, and we will be referencing that a little bit more throughout today's episode. But we would recommend you check it out for yourselves and give them a follow and a subscription, since they do some great content, not just about AC Boise, but about the other teams that either are currently in our division or could be in our future divisions when we move to the championship. That being said, as I catch my breath, we teased him earlier. A fellow Tampa Bay Rowdy, ex-teammate, or briefly ex-teammate to Nick Blake Bodley.
Yeah,
now
at a couple spots.
Yeah, now back to being teammates here in Boise. We have a right wing back, Nick Moon, coming to us from the Rowdies, age 29. It feels good getting two wing backs from the same team most recently.
Yep.
Who same system, and have also played together previously at San Diego.
Yep.
It seems like a home run to cause immense chaos, immense aggression, and immense goal scoring opportunities.
Yeah, that's the hope
of having your two bookend wingbacks having years of experience playing with each other, not just a month or two for preseason.
Yeah, absolutely. It's years. He has 1 year, 2019 at Lansing United with Nate Miller. Mm-hmm. Then from there, he went on to, I'm not talking to my microphone very well, but he went to Lansing United. He was at Indy 11, which is a championship team, I believe.
Mm-hmm, they are.
And then, then he went to San Diego, where he was teammates and player for Nate Miller, teammates with Blake Bodley, and then he moved on once San Diego Loyal folded. He went on to the Tampa Bay Rowdies. So, he's got a lot of good history with the teammates that are already signed here. He has good history with the coach. He plays in that 3-5-2 system as a wingback, but has experience as a winger.
Just checking boxes.
Oh, yeah. I'm like...
Visually checking boxes in my
perfect. Kyle gets confused.
Yeah. Kyle's brain doesn't work as good as maybe my brain.
It's late, man.
We don't connect the dots in our brains.
No.
I think Nick is going to be an amazing signing here. I think him, Blake, and Jake Kroll is his name. We'll talk about him in part 2 of this episode.
Yeah, part 2.
Are in Boise, and we're training here together. So they're already kind of getting to know each other as the two wing backs and a center back. kind of getting that relationship started and training here in cold Boise, Idaho, in a foggy morning.
Nick, I'm going to try and say it. Waukesha, Wisconsin. So I hope, so you're moving to a climate you're used to, but you also came from Tampa Bay. So
yeah,
you probably,
lots of layers.
Yeah, love, hate.
Play with the gloves. Be Crescencio Somerville or any person who needs warm hands when they play soccer. It's okay.
Yeah,
hopefully come April for the first home game, we'll be having a nice Boise spring and not past years where it's either going to be 85 or it's going to be 36.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, Nick seems like, again, checking all those boxes. Good height for wingback 6'1".
Previous winger as well, so has that scoring touch, has that knowledge of how to finish and be aggressive, but also knows that he is defensively responsible to get back.
Flexible position wise. If the 3-5-2 doesn't work, it's like, hey, we need to switch things up and we need to go. You're a winger now. You can do it.
Yeah.
We'll see if some of these guys can fill in, act traditional left back or right back, or maybe that ends up being a Jonathan Ricketts. Who it's like, hey, Moon, you're moving up to winger. Ricketts, you're sliding out to right back. You know. It seems like we have a squad that's, I think any professional should be able to slot into different positions, but it seems like we have a team that's flexible position-wise and, again, still caters to the 3-5-2, but, again, those are just positions on a piece of paper at the end of the day.
A manager can have a philosophy, but if it doesn't end up working, you might have to change things, and that's happened in the Premier League.
Don't be Ruben Amorim.
No, don't be stuck in your ways. You can change. I know with Ricketts, he's played both on the left and the right, so he has some experience on both ends, which is, again, great to have that flexibility. So, Nick will be acting in a Blake Bodley type role, just off the right, defensive, offensive. Pretty much play the whole field and want to be whipping crosses in to the box.
Exactly.
So
yeah, that's 3 out of the 5, I believe, that we've signed so far. So 3 out of the 5 that we're going to go over today. So that's 2 wing backs and a center back. And I think the next one we're moving on to is our next center back.
Yeah.
And Charlie. So yeah, defensive midfielder.
Yeah. So
2 wing backs, defensive midfielder, and a center back. So now we're moving on to
another center
player
back.
Number 5
is Jake Dengler. Center back, 26 years old.
But the youngster.
The youngster so far. Don't let the age fool you. He has plenty of experience playing in USL 1 and not only playing, but dominating, some may say. I know some of our friends that we've built throughout this, when we first got kind of teased this name, they were very surprised to say, hey, Jake is a name stay in USL 1, and don't let his age fool you. He is a top end talent in the center back position. I think I saw in a article talking about top USL free agents. He was in the second group of free agent center backs.
Top 10. He's number 8 or something.
Him, I think Jonathan Ricketts and Jake Krull were all kind of in that top 10 name for top defensive names in the free agent list. So we happen to get all 3. Again, Jake Krull we'll talk about.
On a bad free agency.
Not at all.
The Boise Dodgers strike again.
Yeah, we get a lot of names, and hey, whether it's St. Alphonsus or the owners, since obviously St. Al's is a nonprofit, wherever the money's coming from, ownership is willing to pay and willing
Casey Keller's writing checks.
Yeah, Casey Keller, Sofia Huerta, and the like are ensuring that we are not going to be a middle-of-the-road team, at least based on the names we're signing.
Absolutely, yeah. And like you said, we've had some information about Jake Dengler. And also, shoot us a message if we're saying that wrong. I think Dengler's I think we're doing it good.
The Dangler?
Yeah.
He has probably unfollowed the podcast as of now. I apologize for that. The
we are amateurs.
But we're also professionals.
Yeah.
So,
6'5".
Massive.
So he is the central defender of the 3 center backs.
You will see him on corners.
Yes.
You will see his head.
We expect some slab head goals.
We need some slab head goals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not saying he has a slab head, but you need to know how to use your forehead and the corresponding sides if you're that tall to dolphin up and whack it into the goal. Again, looking at his FOT mob, lots of green, lots of goodies in the defensive department. A very strong player, has been playing, I think, Kyle, you said, multiple seasons of playing the entire year.
Yeah, he's starting every game.
He's starting every game, every minute of those games. As center backs are rarely, you've got to really lay a stinker or have a major injury to get subbed off as a center back.
Yeah, I mean, the partnership is so important. Obviously, in a back three, guys who are playing more out wide, a wide center back, they might be getting pulled off more. But yeah, partnership is extremely important. Consistency is extremely important. I think you said it just 10, 15 minutes ago. Essentially, you want these guys to go unnoticed on defense, because usually you notice defenders when they have a howler. It's the goalie letting a shot go through his legs. It's the defender letting a long ball bounce, and then the wind takes it or something. It bounces over the head, and the attacker goes through on goal. So yeah, and it seems like, hey, Jake's playing every minute of every game. He spent 3 years with Tormenta FC in the USL Championship. Last season, I believe he was with FC Naples, also in the League One, League One of USL. But again, he's playing every minute of every game. He's good size, obviously. He's 6'5". He's goalie size. So you want to see him winning headers. Like this guy's got to be like, you expect this guy to be winning every header in the box, offensively and defensively.
We need aerial duels with having maybe a shorter defensive midfielder, having those center backs who can
keeping things organized,
assist in those aerial duel wins, and assist in just giving some height to both offensive corners, but also being that sound marker for defensive corners. So Jake is coming to us from the great city of Baltimore.
Yeah.
He is traveling this way as we speak, so safe travels. Hopefully you're to Salt Lake City by now.
He's probably driving through the flat state of Nebraska.
Probably going through there. Probably not having a ton of fun. It looks like it's him and his dog at the very least. Man. Looks like he has a nice black lab. So welcome to the team, Jake. And that's the 5 for today. We don't want to talk your ear off for too long. We want to keep these again. Yeah. Well, we talked to ourselves for 40 minutes previously. We got to actually, the people get to hear us. They've been craving our voices for the last month, and I know we took maybe a longer break than we were hoping, but schedules, being dads and being husbands and being full-time
people have other jobs.
People who this is not their full-time job. We are trying our best to get stuff together.
Yep.
So with that, I think I wanted to just wrap up. We've talked about this morning kick round thing a few times. I think there was just a couple other points that I wanted to talk about just to wrap things up, since I think it speaks to, again, ownership's desire to make this as serious of a club as possible. Is that Nate Miller is given a scouting budget to travel. In that interview, he mentioned that he's going to Panama for 4 days to scout players. I think he was talking about how in the USL, specifically USL League One, you can't really be signing players who are well known in greater, let's just say, MLS terms. Like, you're not signing a Diego Luna, you're not signing a Thomas Mueller or any type of player of that stature to a USL One side. You kind of need to find the players who are
up and coming, the Diego Luna before they make the move to Salt Lake.
Unknown up and coming players that you need to just see and say.
USL did have Didier Drogba.
Yeah,
back in the day,
and they also have on the Cosmos Maradona.
Oh, I mean, that was in like the 80s.
Yeah, that's Donald Trump's favorite player.
Oh, are you thinking Pele?
No,
you're definitely thinking Pele.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
get them mixed up. Sorry about it. It's past that was before I was born, so I get
that's
I get
excusable.
the millennial Gen Z pass.
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
I get one an episode.
Okay.
But he is going to Panama, and he's going to be scouting out players that no one's heard of. That he sees, and it passes his eye test and passes. There's probably not many statistics on him, but he can see that and go, hey, let's try and make this dream of being a professional soccer player a reality by coming to Boise. I think the question was brought up of how do you sell someone on coming to Boise, Idaho from Panama? And the answer was they're coming to the United States. The United States is a very valued place to come to for these young players from South America. No matter where it is, they don't care. I mean, they don't know any city besides LA, New York, Miami.
Yeah. I mean, you think of the MLS even, it's like MLS is, everyone always thought of it, and I think it still has a reputation as the retirement community.
Yeah.
But recently there's been a lot of young Central and South American talent and American talent that are coming up early, at a young age through the MLS and moving on to Europe and moving on to, I guess better leagues per se. But even, I'm not sure if you just saw Real Madrid lost to a second-tier Spanish team called Albacete. Second or third division team called Albacete.
Yeah.
One of their players on Albacete is an old USL player. His name's Jonathan Gomez.
Come on.
And I'm not sure who he played for in the USL, but I remember this was a couple of days ago now, but the USL Instagram was just going wild because they're like a former and I think he started. I think he was on that squad that just beat Real Madrid. So
come on.
Yeah, I mean, and of course we've said Diego Luna a couple of times, but there's an avenue there. It may not be as well traveled per se, but it doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah,
so,
and I think not many USL 1 teams, maybe I know Nate spoke to his time at Lansing that it was like, you got no budget. You got to find local Midwest team players, and that's all you can do. So to hear that, at least in Boise, he's able to travel internationally and find those players, it's exciting to see what he can find. Obviously, the 5 players we talked about today are very much not household names, but household names in the USL community. And everyone who follows USL probably knows who these players are. As for new people, we'll learn to fall in love with them. Yeah. There's 2 things that Nate leaked as well about player signings. Didn't give any names, but gave some key features to. So he said that they're signing a young Brazilian striker. So keep an eye out for when that comes down the pipe. We don't know what's going there, but I love that.
Yeah, I mean it's just I feel like when it comes to younger players, it's just getting the foot in the door in the U.S.
Yeah.
Maybe, they see this and maybe it's selling the USL. Maybe it's like, hey, you may be in USL League 1 now, but hey, we're getting Pro Rel, and we're creating a division that's supposed to be on the same tier as the MLS. Or you just perform well enough here and you get an MLS opportunity. So, yeah, I think this could be a league where you start to see some more international talent. Yeah,
some more international talent and finding players that you could potentially sell and not just let walk on free contracts and then sign somewhere else to get some more money into the club, because at the end of the day, the club needs to be profitable.
It would be interesting to see what kind of player sales really happen in the USL. That's something I'm sure we could find out and really dig in, because it seems like most of the acquisitions and departures are just contracts running out.
I know at least League One Updater, who's a great follow as well, who posts about everything League One. I remember him showing a few posts of some sales from League One sides to championship sides. There's maybe a handful this offseason, so it's not super common.
Probably $100,000.
Yeah, I don't.
$250,000.
Yeah, not a bunch, but money nonetheless. So look forward to hopefully seeing who this Brazilian striker is. Hopefully contracts can all be figured out and we can get that coming down the line. The other one who I've looked at, I've tried to find a player that fits this. It seems too exact not to be able to find, but I haven't found it yet.
Transfer marked.
It's we can do it. Ex-championship player who currently plays in a Kosovo Conference League. Who that is, I don't know. I've done
we know there's a needle.
Yeah.
Now we just have to find the haystack.
The players who I found respectfully were playing in the Champions League. One was from the Kosovo Super League team. So I don't think it's him, because he was actively practicing with the team that he plays for right now.
Is there a recognized Kosovo league? Because technically, international politics, Serbia, is it a Serbian league? Or is it a Kosovo?
A Kosovo Conference League.
Does the USA recognize Kosovo as a country?
Who knows? Or is it Serbia? We are not a political. We are not talking about this. I may stab fun at Greenland, but I know nothing about this. So I'm just regurgitating what I heard.
Okay.
And our AI department could not find a player that met that.
I'm going to be better than your AI.
Yeah, Kyle is better than AI. So, if you're out there and you know exactly who that is, just
shoot us a message.
Leave a comment in the Instagram, or leave a comment.
We're going to tag every Kosovo team now in the comments.
We'll find it for you. Perfect. But if between now and the next episode it gets released, we'll talk about it in part 2 and part 3. So part 2 will be coming here probably the week after this episode comes out, and we'll be talking about the 5 other signings that came, and then probably have
and future episodes. Just a lot to go over. The schedule, new kits are going to be coming out because season's coming up. We still need an away kit. We need a third kit,
which usually third kit doesn't need to be released by the start of the season.
And sometimes they release it day of, literally. New kit, your team's wearing it. But yeah, more player signings, coaches, stadium updates, coaches, the cooperative bargaining agreement in USL expiring, and the drama around that. There's a lot to go over. Yeah, we missed a lot in our short holiday break.
To go over it all with you.
River Guard events next weekend on the 24th. Maybe we attend. Maybe we do some interviews, whatnot.
Sorry, maybe Kyle can attend.
Me and Jonathan will go. Yeah. Our alternate podcast host.
He'll sit in. So we have a lot to catch you all up on. If you've just been seeing the posts on Instagram from AC Boise, you've been seeing our posts. I've been trying my best to pump them out and kind of give you a little amuse-bouche, as some may call, like a little...
I've never heard that term in my life.
It's a palate cleanser, a little taste of what the player has to offer. So we really hope you've been enjoying that, but we have a lot more content to come. We'll hopefully be posting some more short-form Instagram videos, be it with Kyle or myself, kind of just giving maybe a crash course for Soccer for Dummies of what offside looks like.
Soccer for Dummies by dummies.
Exactly.
Yes.
Not my dog, but dummies.
He's not dumb.
She's smart enough. She knows how to snore. So, but we are just looking forward to diving into this and looking forward to the season to come.
Man, we better crank some episodes.
Yeah, we got to get this show on the road.
At least we're not going to games for the first month of the season. All the way. That'll be part of our review.
We will be talking about that. I think we're still kind of mulling over what the in-season schedule will look like. I think I would love to have weekly episodes talking about each game, but obviously I know we both have large life events that are coming up this summer, so it's going to be a little tricky. So we'll figure that out as we come. Also, I just want to tease, like, if you think a Patreon subscription would be worth your time, that's something we're kind of just exploring and thinking about. Now that the season's getting closer, there's more potential for having more exclusive content where behind a small paywall to put a little money in our pockets. Just kind of want to put a feeler out to the listening audience if that's something you'd be interested in supporting us in. Also, if you're a company and want to sponsor us, we're looking for sponsors.
Local sponsors would be awesome.
Yeah, local sponsors. We are open. I'm a great salesman. I can sell an Italian man spaghetti. I can sell a snowman snow. I can sell the desert sand. You name it, I can do it. Okay? So if you're out there and think, man, I would love Kyle also sells land acquisition and land.
You have no idea what I do.
He talks to old people on Mondays and Tuesday nights and gets yelled at for 2 hours straight. So I'm the salesman. He will handle all the legal side. But
I'm the fact checker, remember?
You're the fact checker. I don't think we talked about this one. He is our fact checking department. So if you're a local business and think it would be worth your while to let us sell your product, get a hold of us. Message us on Instagram. We'd love to talk shop and see how we can make this a win-win for everyone.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, really hope you've enjoyed today's episode and the first 5 players. We look forward to talking to you about the other 5 come next week on part 2 of this episode.
Thanks. See you for part 3, part 4, and all the rest.
Yes, sir. We will talk to you then.
See you guys later.
Bye.